Hi guys, and welcome back to Welsh Beast Sports and the Wrexham vlog. And I just want to give my thoughts and reaction to Wrexham's recent form and their results over Christmas. I mean, what a run of games, 4 wins in a row over the Christmas period. I mean, brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. They are now 9th in the league. Can you believe that? 9th in the league. This is what winning does. I've said it before. It's not rocket science. Wrexham weren't winning enough. To start winning, they're going to do some serious damage. And they're now 9th in the championship. It's unbelievable stuff. It really is unbelievable. Before I carry on, as usual, please hit subscribe if you can. Hit subscribe and come and join me. And also, the Welsh Beast hoodie is still on sale. You can get it at 50% off. You can get the Welsh Beast hoodie at half price. Check it out, welshbeast.com, or the shop on this channel. The Welsh Beast hoodie, proper stuff, proper clothing, is still half price. Check it out, welshbeast.com. Cheers for that. Yes, Wrexham AFC are continuing to create history. It's another dream season after a tricky start, but a start we were all sort of expecting and ready for, weren't we? If you were realistic, the podcasts I've done with Tim and Tommy and Steve and all the lads, all the chaps, it was a case of being sensible and understanding this is a different world. The Championship, as I said, it's the Premier League's ruthless and sexy cousin, isn't it? It can really fuck you up, this league. It's so dangerous, so difficult. But Wrexham are flying now. As I said, 9th in the table, 1 point from the playoffs, 6 points from second. Can you believe that? 6 points from second, 4 points from third. A brilliant performance against Derby at the weekend to finish off the run of games. They really put it on Derby, didn't they? They really went for them. 2 brilliant away performances recently. That goal by Sam Smith was fantastic, wasn't it? The build-up play, how patient they were. Great movement from Smith, wasn't it? He timed his run well, got ahead of the defender, across the defender. What a run that was. What a finish. That's what he's capable of. It's nice to see Smith scoring a couple of goals lately, because you kind of thought, can he do it in the Championship? Does he have what it takes? He struggled for game time, obviously. He struggled to get a chance. But he's showing that he does have something to offer. It's brilliant, that lineup now up front that Parky has come up with. The 3 up front, the 3 in attack. Moore not playing, obviously he's injured, but you had Smith, Broadhead and Windass. The 3 forwards, more options, less predictable, more creative, more movements. Very, very difficult to work out and pin down. It worked so well, didn't it, for the first time against Sheffield United with Moore up front. When Moore was in the team, that brilliant game against Sheffield United. That's when it started, didn't it? That's when it started. And 3-1 down, remember. 3-1 down after a bad run of form. And not won for 5 matches, I believe. I think back-to-back defeats. And then 3-1 down. And it was looking a bit dodgy. It was looking a bit difficult, wasn't it? Parky getting a lot of stick as usual. How you can have a go at Parky in any situation, I don't know. He's been brilliant. This is all because of Parky, isn't it? Look what he's done. He can do it in the Championship. He can do it. And all those people need to lay off him. I just can't believe how you can turn on Parky. He deserves so much time, so much support. But there are people out there that want him gone. The first sign of trouble, it's Parky they turn against. It worries me. These people, they look normal. They look like me, they look like you. On the surface, they look normal people, but they're fucked up in the head. They are absolutely fucked up. There's something wrong with them. They need help. They need psychiatric treatment. They need medication. Because Parky deserves support. He's going nowhere. He deserves so much time. Even if Wrexham are rock bottom, you stick by Parky after what he's done and what he can do, and look at what he can do. So much money spent in the summer has obviously changed expectations. There's more pressure on Parky. There's more ambition now. There's more expectation in terms of league finish. They're going for the Premiership. They're going for the Premier League. They're going for promotion again, 4 in a row. It's not a joke. This is not a joke. We say enjoy the Championship. Just survive. Finish 15th. Finish 18th. Just stay up. But no, they want more. They're going for it. And is there anyone out there who can really stop them? It's tight. There's lots of good teams. But in that top 10, how many teams can you actually look at and say, do you know what? They're too good for us. Coventry are struggling a bit. They're having a difficult spell. Ipswich are in form. But who else, really? Wrexham are above Leicester, above Southampton, above West Brom. Above Bristol City now, who are doing so well for so long. They're 1 point behind Hull. They're level on points with Stoke. Just behind Millwall. There's no one you look at and go, wow, they're just too good for Wrexham. Really. Maybe Coventry, maybe Ipswich, maybe Middlesbrough. 3 teams in the top 10. 3 teams in the top 12 that you go, wow, they're too good for us, perhaps just a step too far. Every single other team we can match. Every single other team we can compete with. We were always competing in this league, just not winning enough. We were always doing well. Overall, we were always, showing we belonged here. That it wasn't a joke. That it was deserved. That we were in a league where we deserved to be. And now we've proven it. As I've said, very tight. You draw 2 in a row, you slip back down. Win again, you're back up. It's going to be tight. Have Wrexham guaranteed a top 12 finish? I thought maybe 15th was where we'll finish. I think most people did. That'll do us. Listen, let's not get carried away. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard not to. But I just think the reality is we're as good as virtually every team. The squad's certainly strong enough. It just took a while to get together, didn't it? So many good players brought in. So much money spent. Can't remember how much, 11 players was there? I've lost count. 11, something like that. 30 million spent. Some have struggled, some have come and gone. O'Brien started well, faded away. Connor Cody, he's lost his place. Callum Doyle, for me, is now coming into it. I wasn't impressed. Thomason, wow, down that left. He's been fantastic, hasn't he, now, recently? Such a powerhouse, getting forward and being creative. So dangerous. Windass from the start. Fantastic. Moore, my favourite player. I said when he signed, he's my favourite player. Before a ball had been kicked. Get stick again when things go wrong. Because there are times in Wrexham don't create enough, don't have enough shots on goal, and it looks a bit depressing and a bit predictable. But when we're on form, we are impressive. We're exciting to watch. And now that front 3, has he got it? Has he cracked it? It's so much. Longman's been chipping in. Ollie Rathbone back, scoring goals. Who thought that? I didn't think it happened so quickly. That injury was so bad. You think, could he get back into the team? Will it have a similar effect as it did to Paul Mullin? Mullin's come back now, hasn't he, from Wigan? I can't see him playing again. We all would love him to get back in the team and do well, or at least have an opportunity. I can't see that happening. Ryan Hardy can't even get in the team. I was never really impressed with Hardy. And I think he may be going back out. He may be going off. At the very least, he may go out on loan, or more than likely sold, I think. There's no real place for him. It hasn't worked out for him. Not his fault. Sometimes these things don't happen. But it took a while for so many players to gel. Sheaf took a while to get a place, didn't he? He was at Hyam. When all these players, they came in with injuries, lacking fitness, trying to find the right formation, trying to adjust and adapt to the league. It was a difficult slog early on, wasn't it? Should have won at Southampton, or at least got something. It was a stop-start first half of the season, wasn't it? And before Sheffield United, a bad run of form, and it was looking uncomfortable. It looked like we'd found our position, but you always knew Wrexham seemed to come on good later on the second half of the season. They seemed to hold their own early on, dig deep, find their feet, adjust, and then push on. Honestly, it's so exciting. It's so exciting what's happening. And yes, they can make the playoffs. Of course they can. Why not? They've got as good a chance as anyone. I mean, even Preston, decent team. These are established Football League teams, established Championship teams, teams that have been in the Premier League. But Wrexham, as it stands, with the form, with the momentum, with the squad they have now, maybe new signings come in. I'm not really too bored of that. I don't think we need any more. I think there's enough there. Can you bring in another striker to spark things up? I don't know. There's enough there, you would think. Fresh legs, fresh ideas, fresh bodies may give us that push and that just extra spark to accelerate, maybe. But for me, there's enough there. Like I said, with Thomason down that left, will he stay there? Not his usual position. He was there by default, wasn't he? And it's worked out so well. Can he get those three linking up together? So much movement is there. So much so much creativity. The link-up play, the options. Again, there's so many players that we haven't mentioned. Kabore, Barnett. It's just so exciting. It's exceeding expectations again, isn't it? They can go for it. They can bloody well go for it. And why not? There's nothing to lose now. What a season it's been. The highest they've finished is 15th in the old second division, which I believe was 37th overall, because there was 22 teams in Division 1. So if they finish 16th this year, that's the highest ever league position, because there's 20 teams in the Premier League. So then they finished 37th overall in the pyramid, I believe. That's the highest position, because of 22 teams in Division 1 back in the day. Back in 79 was it? So, I mean, who would have thought this? Who would have thought this was possible, to be so close? A fantastic cup game coming up on Friday with Forest. A huge game, a huge opportunity. But 9th in the Championship. Long way to go. But they're up there, they're competing, they deserve to be here. It was always about winning. It was always about being difficult to beat. That game against Sheffield United was just a blockbuster, wasn't it? And you knew we weren't out of it at half-time. You knew there was going to be goals. And it just kick-started everything from 3-1 down and being in a bit of trouble. As I said, a bad run of games and 3-1 down. It was looking, this was looking, uncomfortable. To turn it around and kickstart everything. Those 2 away wins at Blackburn and Derby, though, are so impressive. Proper gritty performances. And Derby, they're flying at one point. They were all over Derby. Murdered them at one point. There's quality in this team. There's pace, there's creativity, there's steel. And that guy said that goal for Smith was sublime. If you can get the balance right and make it less predictable and get support in, use the space well, the movement, it's on. The playoffs are on. I honestly don't see why we can't have a real good go. We are having a real good go. It's all about consistency, isn't it? As I said, it's tight up there. Lose a few and you drop back down. Win a few, you shoot up big time. It's so exciting. It is really on again. It's a season to be excited about. It's a season where this, you know what I mean, the playoffs could be a possibility. And if you're in the draw, you can win it. If you buy a ticket, you can win the raffle, you can win the big prize. And it sounds outrageous, it sounds stupid, but you cannot rule them out reaching the playoffs. But if they don't, they're going to give it a bloody good go. You can't look back and say, wow, we didn't try. It was a letdown. This is not a letdown. This is absolutely thrilling stuff. The whole town is buzzing. The whole town is so excited. The world is excited again. The fairy tale is just getting bigger. It's getting bigger. It's getting better. And it's not going away, boys and girls and people. Listen to me, this fairy tale is here to stay. This is only just the beginning. So if you don't like it, tough shit, it's happening. Cheers, guys. Keep watching and let's keep going because this is fantastic. Cheers, guys. I will see you on the next one. I love you all.